Good morning to my 22 subscribers, my future subscribers, and all the people that secretly watch me without subscribing. It's still early in the morning and I'm waiting for my tea to cool, so I thought I would get on here. I can't believe it's been a month already since I did chapter 3 of Adrift of Ponds, but today we're going to go ahead and go over chapter 4. And chapter 4 is letting your children grow and go. It's really important that you do both at the same time. What I mean by letting them grow and go is you want to let them grow, mature, learn, become independent. And that's also the same things you want to do as far as letting them go. Like, you don't want to stifle them and make them feel like they can't live without you. I mean, obviously, you're the parent. You want them to want you around all the time. But it's healthier to teach them some independence and stuff. So part of that is letting them pick what they want. And what I mean is, like, for an example, one of the examples I use in the book is clothing. Yeah, as a teenager, you know, obviously the kids are going to choose what they wear. But even when they're toddlers, you know, you can kind of let them choose and pick and have a little fun. And even before that, you know, you may think you can't let them pick what they want, but you could hold up 2 outfits, and even if they can't talk yet, they could point at the one they want, and it'll make them feel important and make them feel like that they have some sort of control over the world, you know. And so it's really important to do that. And of course, you know, as they get older, give them more choices until they're able to just put an outfit together on their own. Also, you can let them kind of play with their looks in any way that's not permanent. You could let them color their hair. You know, some people might be okay with hair dyes, but even if you're not, you could do like the Halloween hairsprays. You know, that's what I did with my son. He came home all excited one time about Spirit Week, which I will attempt to put a picture up here somewhere. And he was all excited about it. So, you know, crazy hair day. We went and pulled out all the Halloween hairsprays we had, and he wanted his hair tie-dyed. So that's kind of what we did. And he liked it so much, he wanted a different style every day. So again, up here, I'll see if I can find some pictures to show people like a couple of the ideas of what we did. And I mean, like, one day he decided he wanted to be a bowling ball. Like, we spray painted his hair green and put like 3 little dots that were black so he could have a bowling ball for a head. I don't know why, but that's what he wanted. I don't know if I still have a picture of that, because I've had a lot of pictures come up missing, but I'll see what I can find. And so anyway, you can let them kind of just play with, you know, different ideas as far as, like, you know, their hair, or, you know, jewelry, or like even like temporary tattoos, like they wash off. You know, it doesn't hurt to put them on. I know someone that had a problem with their kids having them on and like made them cover them up, which I don't understand, because, you know, they're kids, they can have fun. And anyway, so also another thing is, a lot of people, they go one or two ways with what they teach their kids about the world. It's either, you know, teach them to be afraid of strangers and don't talk to strangers, and, you know, they teach them that, like, to be scared of everything, you know, to not go near dogs, not go near people, not go near a lot of things. And Then there's the opposite, where parents just let their kids be carefree and do whatever they want, and they don't show them that there are some dangers out there. And a better way to go about this would be like show them that it's okay to do things in certain times and places. So say if you're taking a walk with your kid and there's a dog, you know, and if there's a beware of dog sign, say, well, that dog might be a little aggressive, so we probably shouldn't, you know, touch it. But then if you're walking and somebody's got a dog on a leash, you know, ask permission to let your kid pet the dog or something. If the people say no, that's fine. But a lot of times they'll let them. And people have a hard time saying no to a cute toddler walking past them. So also, like this whole thing with the strangers. You don't want to teach kids not to talk to strangers, because the reality is everybody's a stranger in the beginning. And so you want to teach them how to be safe and decide who they can talk to and when. So if they're meeting a friend of yours, if you are with them, then it's safe. But not to talk to some random person that pulls up alongside them on the street. You know, and just try to judge, like, what would be safe and what wouldn't, so you can give them a little bit of leeway on making decisions that's not going to get them hurt. And another thing that people need to work on is gender roles with kids. And I'm not getting into the whole, you know, there's 2 genders or there's, you know, 100 genders. I'm not getting into all that. But what I'm talking about is a lot of people teach boys that, you know, boys don't cry, you know, and then it makes kids insecure. If a boy feels like crying, then he feels like something's wrong with him, and it'll lower his self-esteem, because he'll feel like, you know, he's doing something he's not supposed to do, and he'll hide it from you. People teach the girls, you know, not to mess with tools and not to play with toy cars, and they teach the boys not to play with dolls. And the thing is, the girls, you know, maybe they want to become something, you know, and get a job. Like one, you know, a girl might actually want to be a mechanic or something, you know. I love working on cars. I would still love working on them if my tools hadn't all been stolen. But that's a whole nother story. And, you know, boys, you know, they can play with dolls. Like, let them learn what it's like to, like, pretend to be a parent, and teach them to be gentle with them, like you would the girls. Like, you know, you don't want to sit there and teach your girls to be gentle and teach your boys to be tough, and, you know, that's a good way to cause fighting when they grow up. So you don't want to do that. And, you know, and then another reason you want to teach them that, because if a girl wants to play with tools or trucks, or the boy wants to play with dolls, and you're telling them they can't, then you're teaching them to lie to you, and you're teaching them to be sneaky, because they're going to do it anyway. And you want your kids to trust you. You want your kids to, you know, feel like you trust them. So don't take away the things that give them joy. You know, if something's not hurting them, let them explore, let them try new things, let them learn. And there's dogs barking. Anyway, I know there was something else, but I don't remember what it was. I'm going to take a peek at the book, because I'm tired and I don't remember what I was saying. Oh yeah, so also you got to teach your kids that they can enter things, or they could try new things, And it's okay if they fail at doing them, because they're not really failing if they're trying. I was not taught that growing up. I was taught that everything had to be done perfect, everything had to be done exactly the right way. And what that ended up doing was making it difficult for me to actually try new things, because I thought, if I can't do it perfect, then I can't do it. And so there's a lot of things that I missed out on in life because I was told that if it's not perfect, it's not good enough. And I was punished if I didn't get things perfect. And that's not how you teach your kids. Like, teach them that they can make mistakes, and the only way to fail is to just not do it, not try, not make an attempt. And anyway, so that's chapter 4 of Adrift, and hopefully you enjoy my little mini talks here. I know it's not the same as reading the book, but you know, some people might prefer listening than reading. I mean, technically, I guess I could read the whole thing if somebody really wanted to hear that, but you know, for now, we're just doing this. And you know, like, comment, subscribe. Let me know if you have any questions or thoughts, and I'll be more than happy to respond. So, thank you, and I'll talk to you next time. Bye.
Waiting, but they all waiting for me. I'm lightweight, famous. Hold up, let me pose real quick. The spotlight's on me, take your pictures. I pull up around 7:45, then my 7:40 I look at 7:40 fly. I